sorry, I'm not going to stand up because what I'm going to say is really difficult, and I would really hope no one would take my picture. December the 8th, 2002, I swallowed 50 Tylenol PM with a liter of vodka to shut down my liver. And you only need 25 to do that, so I was going to make sure it was done. I was in a coma for days where my mom came because they didn't think I was going to live, and I had less than a 10% chance to live. And somehow I made it, but a lot of this stuff I've gone through in my life didn't need it to happen if I'd been able to have medication. At the time, I couldn't afford my medication because I couldn't get insurance because it was a precondition. And when I went to university, I was able to get health insurance that covered my meds, and I was able to be productive and go to a top 40 university. And then when I graduated, I lost my meds, and then I ended up in the hospital again, and it's just been this insane cycle. I had a really abusive childhood. I had domestic violence, I've been raped, all kinds of stuff that happened to people like me. When you have bipolar, ADHD, anxiety, PTSD, you become a target. But I have Medicaid, and since Obamacare, I can get my meds, and they're not like... And then when Trump really screwed up, and I got COVID and almost died from that, and now I got long COVID and it triggered lupus. I'm on one medication called Benlysta that I have to give myself a shot every week, and that's $800 a shot. I will die if I lose my Medicaid. I'm also on really expensive bipolar medication that is just not affordable. With Medicaid, I have a life. With disability housing, I have stability. If they take all these things away, I will not be here. And that's just a fact. And the only reason I'm sharing this awful stuff that I don't like to share is because when I was in undergrad and I took Holocaust in film and literature, I was like, why didn't people do anything? And I'm not going to be one of these people, no matter how bad I'm trembling. I basically want to vomit right now, but everybody has to stand up. I mean, when Serbia, they had over 1 million of their population. If we did that in America, it would be 45 million of us out on the street. Every time there's been an uprising, at least 3.5 of the population gets involved. It always changes. You can't give up. And the one thing I know is, like, when there's nothing that you feel like you can't deal with anything anymore, then if you do something about it, like they were trying to tell us, Kamala, like, do something, you know, or Obama or somebody. Michelle, yeah. It's been a rough year for me. I'm also a guardian to a Ukrainian teenager who came over here as a high school student. He's now an honor student at UAA, but